Hello and welcome to the Toy Thor. Um, just a little bit of an unboxing for you today. Not loads and loads, but just little bobs, enough to keep us all interested. I really hope you're having a good week and I hope you're all fitting well. I've had one of those very strange kind of mixed weeks that you get when you have strange things going on inside your head. So I've had days of very much a high mood, proper focused days where you are what you are and you're happy with the world. And those have been immediately followed by days where I've been fairly low, mentally very tired, grumpy, I would say was the feedback from those around me. We went out to the pictures to watch a film, a really good movie, actually, really strange movie. Um, and we'd been planning to go all day, and we went in the afternoon. And as soon as I got there in front of this movie, I fell asleep. So that's not really like me. I do get sleepy, but I don't normally fall asleep with a really loud booming cinema screen. Um, but we went to watch Project Hail Mary with Ryan Gosling in it. Really good, really interesting movie. Very different, not your usual kind of space alien movie. But I did wake up after a sort of 15 minutes or so and caught the gist of it. So when it comes out, I'll be able to watch it again and realise that there are some bits of it that I'd missed. But yeah, the whole day I was on a bit of a low. My mood was heavy, not purposely so, and I wasn't angry with anyone in particular, but everything seemed to be negative and everything seemed to be just a little bit too challenging and difficult, even though none of it was. So, luckily, my family are superb, especially my wife, and she sort of maneuvers around me when I'm in those moods, and basically works around me. And that's all you can ask for, really. So if you've got people in your life that are suffering with dementia, not so much the later stages, because the later stages of dementia are, I wouldn't say routine, but they have a routine. But the early stages of dementia are up and down, very difficult to live with and be around. You can't wear a sign that says how you're feeling today because you don't always know it yourself. You just are what you are on that day. It's when other people tell you how you are. And if they tell you on the day, that's the worst thing that can happen. Um, you need to be told a day or two later when you're having a good day how you were a couple of days ago, just so you can understand that not everything is sunshine and roses, and basically that your dementia has an impact. So you have to apologize for it because you have to. You've got to. You can't just be an arse. Um, but at the same token, you hope that the people around you will understand that you're just not in control of your moods. Your brain takes over, and that's how you are. Um, so yeah, I have low ebbs and big ebbs, and there are times when I'm really social and crave company, genuinely crave company. And there are days when I can be gladly locked in a room all on my own, and that's not just dementia. I know that's a very much an age thing, and it's a middle age thing, but it's not always a helpful place to be. So that said, it's not a rant or anything. I'm just sort of this channel is about toys and it's about dementia and my journey, and it's about lots of different things. And if we can open up a discussion, then all well and good. Um, but I think it's important that people recognise that dementia is a pain in the arse illness. Basically, I would say it's something that doesn't just affect you as a person suffering with it. In fact, I would go as far to say it affects you less. As someone that's got it, I've had to come to terms with the fact that I can't work and I can't function in the same way I could a few years ago. I used to be a very strong physical man, and it makes you realise that you can't be any of that, and you have to come to terms with that. You can't be bitter about it. You've just got to deal with it. It is what it is, and it could be a darn sight worse. I could have cancer. I mean, that's just a holy hell that I can't even imagine. So, but you find that dementia, I think, affects more the people around you, the people closest to you, that love you, that know you and recognise how you are. I think they're the people that suffer the most. I watched my dad suffer with dementia, and he went from being a very 17 stone big man, very fit and active man, to being sort of 5.5 stone at the end, and didn't recognise anyone or anything. So, like I say, it's almost a selfish disorder because it affects everybody around you. But yeah, I just hope that you can bear those little things in mind whenever you're dealing with anybody that has it or that comes across it, that it's not always about them. Sometimes it's about you, and the fact that their disorder pisses you off, don't feel guilty about that. It absolutely is what it is. Don't feel guilty that you are frustrated with someone that has dementia, because you've every right to be. It's a very annoying disorder. So yeah, that said, I'm going to carry on with the video, and I'll see how many minutes I am, because I like to keep my minutes quite short. So God, I've ranted on there for 6 minutes, so I do apologise. Firstly, I'll just say this screen may look different to you. I was told by a couple of people that instead of having my phone that way, if I turn it that way, you as a viewer get a better image. Why you'd want a better image of me? I think you obviously need to get out more, but yeah, this way is a better image. So excuse the glasses. I've got a few boxes. I'm going to do a couple of unboxing videos and upload them fairly quick to each other. But I just wanted to open a couple of the small ones first, and then I will open a couple of the big ones in a following video. So the first one I'm going to talk to you about is this. I know what this is. I ordered it last week, and it's a gift for my daughter that's very much into collectibles. And I'm petrified opening this because it's arrived and I can tell straight away there is absolutely no packaging in this. There's no bubble wrap, there's no card. British Heart Foundation, they are an absolute pain in the arse for this. Sometimes they'll send you things really well boxed, loads of bubble wrap, and it's wonderful. And I've had a few things now where they've sent things out like this. I even had a beautiful Danger Mouse toy arrive to me in its 25th anniversary box, and the address label just stuck on the box, and it arrived to me soaking wet because we were in the middle of a storm. The box was destroyed and I was fuming, and I've got a nasty feeling this may not be great news. So I'm going to give this an open and we'll see what the damage is, but I guarantee there will be damage. This was immaculate, so don't worry, I'll have given this to my daughter by the time this video comes out. That's if it's any good. Oh, yeah, there we go. So what I've bought here is a modern Mego Nosferatu. My daughter saw the film Nosferatu recently, loved it. She's into Dracula and horror and stuff. And I thought, right, I'll start her off on her Mego journey. Mego makes some fantastic characters, as you know, and this one is no exception. However, I will tell you now that on the advert, this box was crisp and mint. There was no creases, no folding to it. And in fact, the bubble has been crumpled in that corner. The bubble is pulled away from the backing card, and we've got creasing to the card. Oh, so frustrating. I think a lot of these companies, and especially a lot of eBay sellers, you need to understand, if you've sold this no longer belongs to you. If you've accepted the contract and the payment for this is somebody else's property. So you have to look after it. you've got to protect it and send it to somebody in the proper packaging, because it's not yours. You can't decide, oh, well, that'll do. No, it won't do, I'm afraid. You have to post this because you're looking after somebody else's property. And this whole idea of, oh, well, you can get a refund, that's not the point. It's not the point. This is a collectible. There isn't a finite amount of these lying around. They're not always easy to come by, especially older stuff than this. These have been protected and cared for by other people for 20, 30, 40 years. And you get it, especially a charity shop, you get given it for free. You're going to make 100% profit. You then sell it, and this now belongs to somebody else. And it is not your job to decide, that'll do. It is absolutely your job to say, oh, this belongs to someone else, I must look after it. So that's my rant on that little bit. And I've had this issue recently. But yeah, there you go. I'll get over it. I'll fix it up. I'll sort it out. I'll make it look a bit nicer. We'll get a little bit of steam on the card. Steam strengthens card. I'll then get some glue into there and just straighten the bubble. And I will make it look a lot prettier than it does now. But there you go. What an absolute pain in the behind. So that's that one. And I'm briefly going to open this second package when I find the knife that I just had in my hand and that I have now probably thrown across the room in temper. No, I didn't. I put it down somewhere though. I'm pretty sure I put it down somewhere. I put it down over here, look. Why didn't you tell me it was there? Surely you can see that. I've made the screen bigger. You can see that it was there. Guys, come on, sort yourselves out. Okay, so I'm going to open this one very quickly. And I must stop saying I just caught myself doing it then. I do apologise. Isn't a word. It's not in the English language. So I'm going to get this sliced across without cutting my own wrists. And we're going to destroy this box basically, because it's probably easier than the alternative, which is cutting it up really nicely. So this video is already dragged on a lot, and this is a long one for me, so I do apologise. This package is from a great friend of mine, Andy Stafford. You're a legend. Really well packaged box, everything in there looked after. He posted this out to me, I think on Saturday, and it's arrived today, which for Northern Ireland is astonishing. And I've done a deal with Andy, bless him. I had a little bit of space gear up for sale, and Andy said, would you be interested in a trade? And I love a trade. I would happily toy trade all the time. I really enjoy it. And what he's done is he's sent me a few things, because he knows I'm getting into my modelling, and he sent me some things that will probably sit really well on a vehicle. So I've got a Jeep that I showed you in my last video, one of my last unboxing videos. I've got a Jeep with some clips on the front bonnet for tools and a gun, and he sent me a beautiful M1 carbine. I think that's a Dragon one. It's really nice, really well detailed, and that's going to look fantastic clipped to the front of a Jeep. He sent me a pickaxe, which is a broadtail pickaxe. Look at that, even slides off the shaft. How fantastic is that? How realistic is that? Brilliant. And he's also sent me a bedroll as well. So these are going to adorn the front of the US Jeep that I'm doing. And I'm really, really happy. So Andy, if you're watching once again, my friend, thank you so very much. I really appreciate the trade and the deal, and the bits that I'm getting across to you were posted yesterday, so you should have those in a couple of days, all being well. Right, I'm going to leave that there because this is a 15-minute long video and I've absolutely no right taking up 15 minutes of anyone's time. So join me for another unboxing very, very soon, because I've got a load more here for you. All right, guys, thank you so much, and cheers.